Svein from Molta.
Like growing up, I always felt like the weird kid. I always felt ugly. I felt...
Holy shit. This kid is a massive motherfucking 20-year-old.
I'm not saying take steroids. I'm doing what I love.
Look at the wheels on this guy.
Your church was purple?
The biggest bump I've ever had. I'm not even... Jesus Christ.
I mean, you're purple. Look, you're fucking purple.
I did stupid and insane shit. Call comes in before I finish swallowing. I have to spit out my food. Then I finish the call. Then I eat the food I already chewed up. It's insane.
Oh my God.
This is,
so I got a little special one for you guys today because this is a little bit spontaneous. I actually met this guy because I found out about him through Larry Wheels and his manager. And this kid is a massive motherfucking 20-year-old. A massive 20-year-old, dude. It's crazy. So my thought process was that we've had a lot of older figures experience in hardcore bodybuilding, and with or without PEDs, such as Terrence Ruffin, Larry Wheels, and Vigorous Steve. So I thought that today we'd get a perspective of a younger upcoming athlete, just a different kind of perspective here in this podcast. Plus, I'm very interested about your story as well, and I just don't fucking understand how you're so huge.
I don't feel huge.
That's crazy, bro. That's real body dysmorphia for us. Damn. So, I guess where to start off. I remember when I was I peeked at your Instagram and your content too after Larry and his manager sent you my way, and I was just like, dude, this guy is literally like you are actually the biggest 20-year-old I've seen for sure. Unless other people are like lying about their age, for sure.
No, I bet there's other freaks out there, but I'm the only one that shows up on social media right now. Like,
that's the
20-year-old.
Right, yeah, exactly. I mean, I did meet this 13-year-old at zoo the other day. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know who this 13-year-old is. There's some white 13-year-old kid that looks like a small, skinny Alex Eubanks that I guess he's just popping off on social media. He has like 800K, but he's just
I haven't seen him, but I saw an Asian guy, like he's just vlogging his, not vlogging, he's posting reels like day 135, like Sam Sulek. He's doing the same as him, but he's 13 and he's getting a lot of love for it.
Man.
All his reels are blowing up.
Yeah.
Like getting hundreds and thousands of views, 50,000 likes each reel.
Wow.
And his following it went up to 300,000. He's blowing up just because he's 13 and he's posting shit like this.
But if he was Sam Sulek's age, then everybody would be giving him total shit.
Yes.
Gosh, whatever, the world. But I guess I just want to get to know a little bit more of your story because this is our first time actually hanging out in person. But where are you guys from again, by the way?
Malta. We're from Malta.
From Molta, okay. And have you done like a lot of traveling?
No, I barely traveled. So part of my story is being I was never really in a comfortable or good spot financially. So my family, we always had trouble. Just we moved around a lot, like houses, because one house was I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but one house was shit, so we had to go to another one, then another one. We just kept going back and forth. We used to live with like my grandpa. He owns buildings and apartments, so we lived in one of his apartments. But he fought with my mom, like they had an argument, so we had to move out from there. Then we went back to another place. It was bad, so we moved back to another place. We never had a spot to actually live in, so I never had a home. It's always different, and financially always had problems. Like we could never travel. We never traveled together. Maybe once when I was like, I don't even know the age because I don't remember, but I don't even have any memories with my family, like traveling anywhere. I'm not even joking. Like it's very weird to me, like because I see other people, they're all having a nice time, like enjoying life. I never had a good experience with my parents, like my mom, because I don't know my dad, but my mom, we never went out like to Italy or just we're always in Malta, always with problems, always with this, always with that. So we were never comfy.
Wait, so how old? What was this? What was the range of age in which you were moving and traveling? Because you said you don't really remember this, and then also you don't know your father.
It was just growing up. Like I remember maybe from age, like let's say when I was born till I was 7, we lived in one place. So that was the place my grandpa owned. Then they fought. Then we moved to another place. Like at the age 7 to 10, like I'm just assuming because I have no idea. But it was all close together. And we moved at least 4 times or 5. I think 5. But we moved a lot at around when I was just going through puberty, so it was even worse for me.
Wow.
Like mentally I was fucked.
Yeah, dude.
Everything was weird because we weren't just moving around a lot, as in we were moving around a lot. It wasn't for no reason, you know. We had problems left and right, and I was never happy. Like growing up, I always felt like the weird kid. I always felt ugly. I really hated my lips. I used to cover like my mouth. I used to do this because I hated my lips. Like it sounds stupid, but that was my way because I was so insecure. Like, she remembers it when I used to hide my lips.
Damn. Wait, how long have you guys known each other? Since you were 15. So 5 years. Damn, that's crazy. Holy shit.
She knows me from the start.
That's sick. That's awesome.
I think she's the only person who knows me like that. So aside from that, like aside from the insecurities and just not being happy, I always felt like I was different. I always felt like I didn't know what I wanted to do. That's when I discovered the gym. That's when I discovered your, like you made the vids. I think your most viral one. It's like you had the Genjutsu beats, I think. I forgot the song that you used, but you were doing dips, like shirtless, and you had your cool hair like that.
Like the Spartan song?
Yeah. That one, yeah. I think it's your most viral one. I'm not sure. But I discovered the gym. Like I saw people like you. Then I was like, fuck. Like I think this is what I want. I want to be a big guy, like a cool big guy. But I just like the idea of it. I never thought I would actually get this far, even though I still feel small.
That's crazy, bro.
and it's surreal to me that I'm actually like on this podcast right now talking to you, because I used to show her pictures and videos of you telling her like I want to be like this guy. Like look at this guy, he's fucking cool.
No way, dude.
They used to come up to me when we were like 16. And be like, look, he's so cool. And you were like 90% of the time it was only you.
What?
I'm not joking.
No way, you're lying.
No.
So when it was your podcast, I was like, what? Because I know what it means to him. Because yeah.
What the fuck, dude? I want to look like you, bro. That's crazy. Are you kidding me?
No, like you know when a memory is imprinted in your brain, like you can't forget it. You're one of the few guys that I can actually remember like watching and growing up. And I just had like pictures of you and vids saved on my phone because you were cool as fuck. You're still cool as fuck. But at that time, like I wanted to be exactly like I really liked your hair. Like I wanted to grow out my hair. I tried, but I have shit hair genetics because I'm not Asian. So yeah, like it's very weird to me that I'm actually here right now in America. Like I met Larry Wheels. I met you. Like I'm gonna meet Bradley Martin. It's insane to me because one thing is like in my country in Malta, this shit doesn't happen. Like we're all surprised that we actually made it this far. So we don't even believe it. Like it all feels like a dream to me. I think I'm the first guy in Malta to actually get this far. So it's insane. In a way, it's like I'm writing history.
That's awesome, dude.
Like, it's cool. It's cool.
The first guy, like in terms of like fitness industry or social media,
like
or
fitness,
bodybuilding?
social media, like meeting Larry Wheels, training with Larry Wheels. You know,
Yeah.
Like who do you know from Malta?
Yeah, nobody.
Exactly.
Not a single person.
I think I'm the first guy, as in at this level.
Right.
But it's not a surprise because Malta is just an island. You know, it's like only 500,000 people live on it. So it's not a surprise. But it's cool to be that one guy that can actually get this far, because I'm motivating a lot of people. Like, I'm the new Nyle in a way. Like, I'm motivating 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, like people who are at a young age just growing up and going through school, not knowing what they want. Like, I'm pushing fitness right now in Malta. I love it. People message me every day almost telling me, like, you're doing good, keep going. Like, you're the first guy to do this.
It's a dope feeling, isn't it?
It's insane. And I've had several moments where I wanted to give up, as usual, like, because it's stressful. Everything is stressful. Life is shit sometimes. But like, now I'm at a point where I can't give up. You know, like, people are watching me, so I won't giving up. Like, I don't want to be a bitch.
Yeah.
So and
Don't want to
again,
be a skinny bitch.
yeah, exactly. I've had several moments where I wanted to give up. So now that I've made it this far, I don't have any excuses anymore. Like, I can't stop now.
Yeah.
I just have to keep going. Like, the only way is forward. And that's what I truly believe at this point. Like, if you just, even though there will be moments where you think stopping or giving up is the best thing to do, like, it feels like the right thing to do, because you will feel happy, like, giving up at that moment. You will regret it, because if you stopped there, like, you're just ruining all the potential in general, you know? So now I truly believe that if you really want something and you meet the right people, you can actually get what you want. Like, if you have a dream and you keep going for it, and even though people tell you otherwise, because no one believed in me, no one ever believed in me. I never had anyone telling me, like, you'll be a great bodybuilder, or you're gonna be big, or you're gonna be someone cool, you know. So, like, wait, I'm getting my breath because I'm talking too fast now.
No, it's okay. I agree as well, and that's the thing, is that's what differentiates the average from the greats, is continuing to go. That's it.
Yeah, just not giving up. Like, you keep going, even if you feel like it's the best thing to do.
I don't remember what the percentage is, but a majority of podcasts don't even get past episode 20. So I think I heard this from maybe was it Modern Wisdom by Chris Williamson. But essentially, everybody wants to start something, but the hard part isn't even just brainstorming what they want to do. It's really just getting started. It's just putting the first step. And matter of the fact is that a majority of us have never known what exactly we want to do. We've never known how to do it. We've never known exactly what steps to take. Everyone's basically just jumped off the plane and just hoped that, they'd pull their parachute and continue to survive. And that's how everyone great has ever gotten anywhere, is that they literally just kept going. And then out of nowhere, something happens. So
yeah, exactly. You learn as you go. You never have any, like, guides, like a step-by-step guide on what to do. You just have to find everything out by yourself. But then something happens, and you go for it, and things just keep happening. Then, like, so yeah, you just need to put the first step, and you keep going.
You could grind for literally 4 years, nothing ever happens, ever. Nothing at all. You gain no traction, and then on the 5th year, everything that you've ever wanted happens. Everything you've ever pursued. But people don't really understand that, because it's not something you expect. And that's probably the hard part about diving into any of these things, because it's kind of scary to put yourself out there. So you're doing a good job, bro. Especially at your age, it's pretty fucking crazy.
Thank you.
Backtracking just a little bit too. What was you lifted with Larry already, right?
Yeah.
Did you lift with Brad yet? I thought he was doing deadlifts with you guys.
No. I wasn't with them, but he did mention it. But on Monday we're gonna do legs like
right.
with Bradley and Larry. With Larry, I just hit chest. I had the biggest pump of my life. That's
lit.
I don't know why, because to get to America, we had like a 4-hour flight to London, and then in London our flight was delayed for 7 hours, and then after that, so we waited at the airport all that time, and nothing happened. They advised us that the flight is cancelled after those 7 hours, so we spent a day at the airport for nothing. After that, we had an 11-hour flight here, and like I barely ate, like no carbs in my system. I felt like shit. I didn't sleep. I barely got any sleep. But when we got to, I felt like I was gonna have the shittiest like workout of my life, or just because it's Larry Wheels, you know, you need to impress the guy.
Yeah.
But when we actually got there, I don't know what happened. I think my ancestors just fucking powered me up.
My ancestors.
Like they didn't want me to fail, and they just gave me a fucking carb up from nothing. I don't know what happened, but I had an insane pump. I have no idea how it happened. I still don't believe it now. It was the biggest pump of my life. I'm not even exaggerating, because I'm not saying it because it's Larry Wheels. I actually had the biggest pump of my life. It was purple. My chest was purple. Like
No way. Are you serious?
Yes.
Do you have pictures?
I have to double take, like.
Do you have pictures at all?
I'm scared.
You have videos, everything.
You have videos? Wait, can I see a video real quick?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Your chest was purple?
Yeah, I was getting like a bit scared. I was like, you okay? You okay?
What the fuck, bro?
Oh, it was insane.
Give us the secret sauce.
Yeah, after like the bench.
This one, eh?
Even
Yeah,
though
look at
it's
that.
like, ooh.
Oh, really?
Cross.
Yeah, I want to see. Yeah. Sure.
Which one's there?
Towards the end. Look, his chest at the end. Like, give it some more time. You're gonna see it purple come up.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. Yeah, bro. That's crazy. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. It actually turns purple. Damn, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Which
wait,
one
wait.
did you show him?
Yeah, can you put it to like the camera, or like maybe like show that camera or something?
This one.
Yeah. I wonder if they could see that. Yeah, that's fucking nuts, dude. So like, did you just like hold the pump afterwards too, and it would just keep turning purple?
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
I'll send it to you.
That's fucking nuts.
No, it was nuts. And I felt really good. Like, so in a second, like in the beginning of the workout, I didn't feel like I was gonna have a good one. But when the pump hit, like it hit,
Yeah.
then I just felt fucking amazing. Like that's why I love the gym. Even if you feel like absolute shit, you're just surprised by how big your muscles are, and then you just
Yeah.
feel good.
Maybe your body was just like absorbing the energy of Larry Wheels. It's just like, I'm about to go up with this guy.
Breathing the air of Larry.
How did you stand up with him, by the way? In
What do you mean?
strength, in terms of
Oh.
strength.
No,
What did you guys hit?
Obviously, like on the bench, I did. I think
163 by 10 by 12
165.
165, 165 flat bench.
kilos.
I did.
Kilos.
I forgot how many reps.
You did like 10 or 12. Just surprised Larry though.
165 by 10.
Oh, by 10.
And I don't do bench. Like I avoid it. But
Damn, Jesus Christ, dude.
I did around 8 to 10 reps, and they felt really good because I tried out his PR sleeves. They were really good. I repped.
365 pounds. That's fucking crazy.
I repped. It is because I don't know. In terms of strength, I don't think I'm strong. I weigh 107 kilo, so I don't think it's that strong.
It's the attempt. Just in case you want to watch it. This is the 165.
Oh, holy shit. So, wait, how much do you weigh again?
107.
107? Yeah, dude, I forgot I saw that. Your transformation is crazy. Was that 15 years old when you were like that skinny?
16, yeah, 15,
15, 16? To now.
When I started watching you.
That's crazy, dude. How the hell? Wait, how much were you when you first started?
When I first
How much was
started,
that?
like I remember being 53 kilo.
53 kilos?
So from
Yeah.
16 to now, in 4 years, essentially, I went up to 107, but I blew up like after starting gear.
You doubled your fucking weight.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
fucking crazy,
So
bro.
I did from 16 years old to 19 natural. And then when I started my first cycle, I just boom, boom. Like I kept blowing up. Like it was insane. It was
No
insane.
way.
My body just absorbed all the food. I got a coach, so I was doing everything right, you know.
Okay.
Because obviously, like being unnatural, I didn't want to rush into it. I went in slow. And I wanted to make sure that I stay healthy. So I got a coach immediately, and I got the best one on the island, essentially, in terms
Okay.
of, because he actually cares about people's health, you
Okay.
know, because some coaches don't give a fuck. But I started with him, and in a year, like it's so weird to me because in a year, it feels a lot longer than a year because I thought I was growing slowly. Like you always think you're growing slowly. But then at one point, I just, especially after prep, because I competed, so I did, when was it? I did nationals, like I competed nationals in my country and I won. And I dieted down to like 81 kilo. And the last off season, so after a year of taking steroids, essentially, I went up to 105 after a year. So my weight, I gained around at least 20 kilo in the first year, or more, I think more. It was insane. I went back down to 81. I was a skeleton. I looked like a skeleton. I didn't gain enough mature muscle. But then the rebound, this is like, I blew up completely.
Damn.
In a few months, I went from 81 kilo to 107 lean. Insane. Like it was, I couldn't believe it.
But this was all while you were on gear.
Yes.
Okay. So 81.
Like the same year, in a few months.
How many competitions did you do?
2.
2. Okay.
And the same time. So, because I did nationals, and then I went to the hospital because I had to remove something. I spent around 2 weeks in the hospital. I went up to, so I did nationals. I went up to 95 kilo water weight because I was eating hospital food. I was eating like shit. I looked bloated. I looked like shit. I had to lose all that weight to make the weight again for the
Oh my God.
the Diamond Cup in a few weeks. So I lost all that weight. That was the unhealthiest I was. I went down back to 81. I lost all that weight. And that was the twice. I competed twice. The first one was cool because I won and like I looked good and I felt good. But the second one, since I was under so much stress, physically and mentally, it was the worst one. But it in a way, it taught me how to, like, it changed something in my head because I was doing like 45 minutes of cardio every day with no carbs. So I can lose like all the weight I can as fast as possible. And I was losing kilos every day. And I was feeling really weak. But I kept on going because I didn't want to disappoint my coach.
Yeah.
And like we actually made it. It was hell, absolute hell. And those were the 2 times I competed.
Oh.
This year. This was all this year.
Wait, how tall are you?
5'9".
You're 5'9". So you started at 116 pounds. You started at 53 kilograms.
Yes.
Okay, that's 117 pounds. And then you ended up at 107 kilograms.
Yes.
And that's 235 pounds. You fucking doubled your weight.
In
at
4
5'9".
years.
That's fucking crazy. For one, I didn't even know that someone could be 116 pounds at 5'9". That's like, I feel like that's like borderline anorexic. It's so small.
No, I was very skinny.
Fucking 235 pounds.
Like it is absolutely insane. Like looking back, and it wasn't even that long ago. That's the insane part.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. I didn't think I would get this big or have the genetics to get this big. Like I always liked the gym and bodybuilding, but I always thought in a way I had good genetics, but I never thought I had freaky genetics. I found out after hopping on gear.
That's crazy.
Like,
wait, so how much did you weigh at the end of your 19 before you hopped on?
before I hopped on, I can even show you a picture if I can find it. Yeah, I'm fine. Wait, I have one.
Okay.
He actually looked massive.
So you were natural, you look massive.
He still look big naturally.
Okay, cool.
You'd still think he's on gear.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, everyone used to think I was on steroids, but I wasn't.
In the gym, everyone was saying he's lying.
And now they just know you are.
And now they just know. That's what happened. So I was big, naturally.
Yeah.
And everyone thought they were telling me, you're a liar, you're lying, the usual. But when I hopped on gear, you were natural. That's
crazy.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, find it for him. It's crazy photo.
This was when I was, from the transformation vid.
Was that, wait, what age was that?
That was 16.
Holy crap. Damn, so when was 19? Do you have a picture of that?
Yeah.
How old was that?
I think the same. So like
That was
16,
around
17.
16? Damn, that's
This
crazy.
was just me starting out.
That was like a
taking-
year in or something? Or
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I find it right.
Did you just eat everything in sight?
Yes. I used to drink a lot of milk, like 6 liters of milk a day.
6 liters?
6 cartons, yeah. I drank it instead of water. So I did 6 to 8 liters. Because I love the milk.
Yeah.
I haven't had milk for years now. But when I started out, I really loved milk, and I knew it was like high in protein, high in fats, high in carbs. Like this is easy, like easy shit. So I thought like I just kept on drinking and drinking and drinking, and then I gained a lot of weight. A lot of it was water weight. This was me natural at 19.
Holy shit. Yeah, bro, you're fucking huge. Holy crap, you're big as hell.
I think I weighed
But-
100 kilo there.
But whoever, yeah, honestly, you don't look like you're unnatural here. You don't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because like your body composition, you literally look like you just fucking
Yeah,
bulked
yeah, exactly,
hardcore,
exactly,
right? It
exactly.
makes so much sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
But like in Malta, like there's barely anyone. Like basically, if you gain muscle or you look bigger than the average guy, you're on steroids. That's how
Yeah.
they think. So even though I look
That
like
makes
that,
sense.
I look like absolute shit there. Like
much-
they thought I was on gear there.
How much did you weigh here? Can you show
100,
the-
100 kilo.
Do you think you'd show up my screen?
Yeah, I'll show you a screen.
Yeah. So that was him when he was 19.
100 kilo.
Yeah, 3 years of. You're 100 kilos.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then how much do you weigh right now?
Right now 107.
That's nuts. And you are way leaner now. You
Yeah,
are
yeah.
way leaner now. That is insane, bro. That is crazy.
Yeah, look at fluffy look.
Huh?
It's more fluffy.
Yeah. No, a lot more fluffy for
No.
sure.
But right now, like, because I feel a bit insecure, I think, because my diet is trash. Because we haven't been,
Was it traveling?
yeah, because I
Yeah.
can't really follow it right now because we're trying to get as many collabs as possible. So there's no time to fucking cook or meal prep. We're just eating from outside. So, like, if you see me at my peak, like when I'm actually dieting and I have a really good pump, I look insane. Like, it's hard to believe for me, especially for like other people around me when I'm at the gym. And even now, like even though I'm eating like shit, I still stay lean. I'm not even doing cardio right now. Like I just stay lean. It's my body barely, like my coach said, you have really thin skin. Like you stay really lean year round, even if you eat like shit essentially. But obviously, because of health, I still, after we're done with this, I want to go back on my routine and just eat clean, because that's the way to go, and the way to build like quality muscle. And I just want to get as big as possible at this point.
Yeah, let's go. Wait, so how much, what kind of food are you eating right now?
What did we eat? Like we were at Venice Beach.
Or what kind of food do you eat like on your meal plan?
Okay. So oats, carbs. Carbs, I like to eat oats, potatoes, and rice. Like those are my main sources. Protein, chicken, white fish, and beef. Like it's always the same thing.
Yeah.
But since I'm always in a rush because I work in a call center, I have to eat in between calls. So basically my job is I take calls in a bank, and we have like a 15-minute comfort break. This comfort break, you can basically stop the calls, and like you're not going to receive calls, and you have a quick break so you can just go take a shit or something, you know. But in total, you cannot exceed the 15 minutes. So in a 7-hour shift, I have that 15 minutes to somehow fit in, like, I eat 6 to 7 meals a day.
Wait, so explain your work again?
Call center. So people call me like, hi, I'm the guy from this bank. Like, what's your problem? You know, like customer care, like customer service. And basically, because I don't know why I go into detail, the calls don't stop. I don't have time to eat. And sometimes I have to eat in between calls. Like if I put someone on hold to do something, I can eat in that time. But I'm always rushed. Like I can't eat my chicken hot. And I like eating my food hot. Because when the chicken gets cold, it gets even more dry. I almost choked on my chicken fucking twice, 3 times. I almost died during my job, man. But whatever it takes. Like they can't fuck up my gains. Yeah, but it's really hard to eat. So sometimes I may need to, instead of chicken, I'll drink a whey shake, like whey isolate, because it's easier to drink instead of fucking chewing dry chicken. But it's very difficult for me right now because I need to fit in 6 to 7 meals a day. There's always traffic. There's always calls never stop. In the 7-hour shift, I can only fit in 2 meals. So the other 4, and they are quite large because I'm off season right now. So basically, they're already hard to eat, and my job just makes it even harder. But and I feel like shit all the time because I'm always force feeding. I'm always like, it's the grind. The grind never ends. I barely sleep, so I can actually get these meals in. But maybe soon I'll be able to like actually focus on this full time, and get my meals in, because I got to where I'm working a full-time job. And it was very annoying getting here basically.
That's crazy, bro. You just fucking work at customer service. You gotta get in like your 5, 6, 7 meals a day.
Yeah.
How many meals did you say you eat?
6 to 7.
6 to 7. Jesus Christ, dude. And all that dry ass chicken.
So my routine is like I get up, I blend some oats, I drink the oats, I go to work. Like I drink it while I'm driving in traffic. So my stomach's already full. And then I get to work. I try to get another meal in before the calls come in. So that's another meal. And then I try to fit in another meal in between my shift. But my appetite is shit because I have to shove everything together to actually keep up with... Because I can't eat while there are calls coming in. It's impossible. Like again,
how the fuck are you supposed to talk about like eating dry ass chicken?
I don't know how I'm doing it, honestly. Like it's insane. But in between calls, we have like a 20-second break. Like, so it's not like call. You have like call, 20 seconds, call, 20 seconds. And those 20 seconds, I try to fit in like 2 spoons of rice. So, and I'm trying to eat it really fast. And then a call comes in.
Oh my God.
If the call comes in before I finish swallowing, I have to spit out my food. Then I finish the call. Then I eat the food I already chewed up. It's insane.
Oh my God.
It's torment, man.
You eat the food you chewed up.
Yeah, that's what I have to do. Like, it's insane. I can't like eat in peace. Like people usually just sit down, eat in peace. But I have a lot of rice, man. I can't fucking eat it in 15 minutes. Sometimes I take 30. I take an hour to eat because my appetite is not always 100%. I can either take 5 minutes or less to eat a giant plate of rice. But sometimes when I feel like shit and I don't want to eat, I take long to eat. So you can imagine in between calls, I'm just going like that constantly. I never stop chewing. So my entire shift is just me struggling to eat.
Damn, that's insane.
And trying to keep up with the actual job. Obviously, it would be less stressful if it's an easy job. But it's not for bodybuilders. Like everyone in the office, there's no one who actually works out. I'm the only guy who's crazy enough to force feed myself while I'm working.
How many calories are you eating?
5K, 6K.
5K to 6K, that's crazy.
It's not a lot for me. As in, that's my norm. The highest I went, my first off season when I started steroids, I went up to 1,000 grams of carbs.
Whoa.
So how much is that?
That's crazy.
I think I was exceeding the 7K.
That's crazy.
I was eating a lot. And I gained a lot of muscle from that.
That is insane, bro. Did you like ever drink cyclic dextrin or any like liquid carbs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Intra-workout.
I feel like at that point you just have to. I don't know how the hell anyone's going to eat 100 grams of carbs through rice. It's fucking nuts.
No, it's insane.
I feel like the whole day I would just pass out too from eating that much rice. Like you just eat a big bowl of rice and like an hour later you don't want to be awake.
Like imagine all that food, just 1,000 grams of carbs. You have to eat it like working my shitty job, like constantly force feeding. I'm not even kidding. Life is hell. Like life was hell.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually seeing the progress that I've made. So all that struggle and torment that I went through and endured, like it's actually doing something now. Because I fucking worked out with Larry Wheels a few days ago. That's insane for me. because this is a dream. This is all a dream for me. Like, thank fuck Adam is helping me, because again, I'm broke right now. I'm talking to, I have no money in my bank account. Like, all of this is supported by Adam.
No way. The boy, let's go.
He's my sugar daddy. Like, I have to be honest. So, like, right now I have no money. I'm a big guy. I have no supplement sponsor. Like, no one sponsoring me. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I was making a joke before we even came to LA that I gained so much muscle and that I'm so big. Like, again, I don't feel big. I hate saying that I'm big, but I'll say
You just
what.
do this to, like, for the persona.
Yes.
Yeah, I just feel like these days, honestly, like the persona is not really needed anymore, and I think people like to really see the authentic person. And to be honest, like you really do seem like a down to earth, like humble guy, and I think people will appreciate seeing that as who you really are, rather than like the persona's fun. And a lot of people like to put cocky captions and shit, but to be honest, I don't think that's even if like your purpose and your intent, all like being totally transparent right now, even if your purpose and intent was engagement, I just don't think that's the way anymore. Anyways, like
Yeah.
it's better to just put yourself out there. Though I know for a fact, though, I can't remember one of the captions I saw, but I think you tagged Sam Sulek in there. Or something. I know for a fact, like even though you're gonna get like some shitty comments for that, that definitely is going to
It pushes the engagement.
a little bit. It's so annoying though, because it's like. But in my opinion, I personally feel like doing things like that to push the engagement isn't actually worth it in the long run. I think it's better to just stay true to like who you are and post what you really want to post, like what you don't feel like might be veering away from the happiness that you retrieve from showing who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Because the legacy is what matters the most, because the engagement will go away. Everybody has a huge rise and fall, no matter who you are. Every single person, every single clothing company, every single brand has a big rise, and then at some point there's a fall. So what people remember is the legacy that you left behind. Like, what did you tell people? What did you do? How did you help people? How did you interact with the people you love and the people that follow you? Just all these things. So.
I was mentioning Sam because since he's the biggest like name in the game right now.
Yeah,
it just gets views.
it does. I know it does.
Like, and that is what pushed my following to like. That's how I blew up. Like I had like 4 to 5 reels viral, like trending all at the same time. They went up to 5.3 million, like 3.7 million, all of them all at once. That's how I went from like 300 followers to almost 73,000 in 2 months or less. Like that's what pushed it. So since it was working, like I just kept on pushing, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like since it works, like use it. But what I was saying earlier, even before we came to LA, I was joking that I'm so big, like I'm a big guy, but I can't fucking afford whey isolate. Like I have no money and I can't go get a protein shake. Like that was my joke.
Yeah.
But it's insane to me because like me getting this far and still not getting any support. Like in Molta, there's no support in bodybuilding. Like no one really cares. You know,
Is bodybuilding in general not that big there?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
There are people that do think that, but like they think it's relevant, but it's not. It is not relevant at all. Like if you can't mention one Maltese guy, like can you mention one Maltese guy? Exactly. Like so to me that's not relevant. Like to be relevant, you have to be known not just in Malta, but like around the fucking world.
Right.
And there's no one like that. So hopefully
Right.
I'll be the first guy to actually get that far. Like that is my goal. And I actually want to push fitness and bodybuilding in the country. And I would love some support as well. Like in terms of supplements. And so maybe I'll get a sponsor soon. But I was sponsored by unnatural just like this month. I went to meet Harry.
Congrats, dude.
Yeah, thank you. So we're under the same.
Yeah. Here's a nice guy.
That's cool. Yeah, I love.
So
I love
busy,
the guy.
though.
He's cool. Yeah. They all are. Like everyone's busy, you know. So if I message someone on WhatsApp, I always have to wait a few days to get a response.
That's normal. That's hella normal. So in this entire journey, which is a fucking long one for you, What like the biggest inspiration for you to start this journey in the first place was it from social media?
Yes.
Yeah.
People actually seeing my potential and like acknowledging that like I'm big and like I'm a freak. Like that's what made me realize, okay, maybe I should actually focus on this and try to make something out of it instead of just letting the potential go to waste.
Right. But before that, up till the age of about 15, you know, when you started, what was your life like? And what did you said your dad wasn't part of the picture?
Yeah, I don't know my dad. And I have a stepdad, but it's very, like, I don't really like talking about it. But basically, we had a lot of problems involving drugs in the family, like everyone. And there wasn't any, like growing up, I never really felt love. Like I never felt loved. So I had a hard time like feeling normal, as I said earlier. And since I felt so different, like I used to have, for example, just to give you an idea of how my life was, if I got like a PlayStation for Christmas or something, they used to sell it for drugs. So anything that I got, it was sold. Like I never had anything I could call my own. I never had like growing up, I never even got anything for my birthday. Like I wasn't special. I wasn't loved. Essentially, my mom showed me love, and she is still supporting me to this day. So hopefully, when I actually start making money, like I'll be able to actually take her around the world, because she's gonna hit 40 and she barely traveled in her life. So I want to change that, because all she does is her job is cleaning in like people's houses. Like she goes to people's houses and they pay her. I want to get her out of that and like take her around the world. Essentially, like we don't live forever, you know. So the little time that we all have left, I just want to make the most out of it for everyone that cares. Essentially, like since she helped me get this far, and she still is, I want to make up for it. But my past isn't really, I don't even remember most of it. Like it's weird to say, but I barely remember some of the things in my past, because I think it's a psychological thing. When something is like it really affected you mentally. Like I was depressed. I was on medication. I was on pills. I was on antidepressants. I was on sleeping pills.
Holy shit.
When I was like 12 years old, 13 years old.
What?
Yes.
Why?
Everything was shit. I had an extreme insomnia.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep.
That's crazy.
So all of that, I couldn't sleep. It was driving me insane. I had to take pills on pills on pills. It wasn't working. I used to even try to smoke weed every day, like to sleep on top of the pills. Nothing worked. Like my brain, it was not at a good place at all. And like that really affected me mentally. So I think that's why I struggle to remember some things. Like I cannot remember anything before I was 15. I'm not even joking. It's all blank.
Yeah.
And I read somewhere like psychologically, your brain just blocks it off. So I don't know how it was exactly, but your brain blocks it off because it tormented you so much. Like you just push it down like under the rug. I don't know what it's called. I don't know how to explain it, but I think that's why I struggle to remember. Or maybe I'm just a fucking fish. I don't remember shit.
Damn. That's honestly, that's so crazy, but I don't think I don't blame you for not remembering things if that's everything that you had to go through, especially with like the copious amount of drug use as well.
No, it was insane. And what I can remember for sure is like when I met Michelle, my girlfriend. Like she knows my life, like she knows everything. And during COVID in 2020, I wasn't in a good place with my mom, my dad, like no one. and I had
your stepdad or your
my stepdad. I don't know my dad, so when I say my dad, because I'm used to saying my dad, because he's been like my stepdad. I call him my stepdad because he's been with me my entire life. So he's my dad, but not my biological dad. But when I say my dad, I'm referring to him. So I wasn't good with my stepdad. I wasn't good with my mom. Like, I had nowhere to go. I had no home. And I fought with my grandpa as well. Like, you can see this.
holy shit. What is that?
I got so angry, I punched a fucking door of glass and I broke it. And
Holy crap.
like I hit an artery and blood was spraying everywhere.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, it's
That's
weird.
crazy.
It's weird as fuck. I need to
Holy
remove
shit.
that. It's
Oh my
cosmetic.
God.
It doesn't affect me in any way.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe when I get a pump, it budges out.
Oh my god, dude. That's crazy. Looks like an arm wrestling muscle on the opposite side.
I wasn't in a good place. I had no home. And I just met Michelle around that time. Like, we were dating. Because we met before in the gym. But
Hey, that's where you do it.
around that time, that we were dating. And like, imagine not having nowhere else to go. Like, no one you can trust. And the person you were talking to for like a year. Like, I just went up. I was messaging her. Like, I was begging her to take me in. Like, I had no home, I had no family.
Like a year into knowing each other?
Yes.
Holy shit.
So she was the only person that I could actually
Yeah.
feel like could help me. Like, imagine that. I was begging her, like, can you tell your dad so I can live with you during COVID?
Yeah.
Because everywhere was closed.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was huddling up in the same houses. Like, you know, I had nowhere to go. I'm not even joking.
What did you think? Were you like, this guy's fucking crazy?
No. I always knew the situation. And
Yeah.
I knew his family and everything. So I did a bit of convincing with my dad. And he came over and we lived together for 5 months.
During
Wow.
COVID.
Yeah, something like
That's
that.
awesome.
I was taking out his stitches. Like,
Holy shit.
Yeah, she's the one who took out the stitches for this one.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
stitches. That's a lot.
Damn. Damn, bro.
Our fridge was almost always empty. My dad, because he wasn't used to this, he was eating a lot. So he would just go grocery shopping. He would buy meat and everything, and the next day half of it is gone.
No way.
I'm so sorry. I'm like, but yeah.
Yeah, it was really weird because, again, like, it's weird to think about because there was a time where I had nothing, I had no one, and the only person I had was a girl that I was like, I barely even knew. I barely knew her family. Like, can you please take me in? Like, that's insane to me.
Yeah. How old were you again? This age?
2020, so
18.
18, around 18, 17.
18, 17, 18?
Yeah.
17. Gotcha. So about like 2-3 years into your journey, to your workout journey.
Yeah. So I was living with them during COVID, like with a new family. I consider them like my second family. Her dad, he helped me like stop the pills and stop the medication because I was still taking them at that time because it was the time I needed it the most to actually sleep. But somehow, some way, we managed to even cut the pills. And
Cut your bad habit of the.
yeah, and the habit of my lips when I was fucking doing it, like when anyone takes a phone out, I just go like it was stupid as fuck. But I hated how I looked always. And even though I, like, looking back now, I look even more fucking stupid when
Yeah.
I, like, who the fuck does that? But that's how I thought at that time.
Yeah. Bro, people get injections for those lips, dude.
But yeah, like they helped me become a man, essentially.
Yeah.
And but man, too much happened.
We'll get right back to the podcast in a second, but I just wanted to take this break to thank you guys immensely because this podcast is my favorite content to create, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. Contributing to it will further help its growth and allow us to listen to more amazing guests, such as the one you're listening to today. So if you'd like to support the podcast, you can do so by rating us at 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you find your podcast, or subscribing to the YouTube channel. And if you would like to help fund the podcast, you can do so by using Nyle for a discount off of Young LA clothing or huge supplements. Thank you guys again so much. We'll be right back to the podcast. When did you start working?
Like working an actual job. I started when I was, I think, 17 years old. I was working in a pet shop.
Oh, shit.
Like my job was taking care of the orders and deliveries, and carrying a lot of like, what's it called? Lost, yeah.
Animals?
No.
Like the cat food, like 20 kilos.
Like let's say a bag of cat food, like
nice.
20 kilos. So I was always lifting.
That's where the shoulders came from. Makes sense.
And it was a really shitty job. The guy, he told me like, so basically what happened is I was working there kind of, someone, no, I shouldn't say this, no. Shouldn't say it because I'll expose someone. No, it's fine, leave that. Cut that out. But yeah, it was a shitty job. After that I spent a year working there. Then after that I was working in construction. So I went from bullshit pet shop to construction.
Damn.
And in construction I was also working in like a quarry. So it was filled like a fucking sandstorm. I was sweating all the time. I remember going to the gym wearing like the yellow vest, like that glows in the dark. I went straight after work. I was all dusty. My hair was sticky, and people thought I was insane because I was dirty as fuck. And I didn't but I had no time to go home and shower and like get my shit together because I need to sleep and I need to get my meals in. So after work, I went straight to the gym. At that time, I had no license. I was going by the bus every day. Again, another reason why I can't go home in peace and like go clean. So I went to the gym dirty as fuck. And people looked at me weird. I used to really hate the heat. Like I felt like shit all the time. Force feeding, all the fucking heat at work, feeling dirty all the time. I spent a year there. Then after that, I went and I worked in what's it called? Basically, I was taking care of deliveries again in like a warehouse, but it was filled with fridges, freezers, and basically people who weren't doing their jobs. And I'm not equipped to actually go into the freezer and bring things out. But since no one was doing their job, I was going in with just a hoodie. And that was really bad and unhealthy. And so I went from extremely hot temperatures to extremely cold temperatures. They were all shit jobs. Finally, after spending a year there, I actually found a decent job working at a bank, like the contact center, the call center where I am right now. Yep. So this is where I started focusing on bodybuilding, even though it's still hard to get my meals in and eat. At least I'm working in an office and not like extremely cold or extremely hot temperatures.
What do you mean by focusing on bodybuilding now? Because you were still bodybuilding even at 15, 16, right?
This is when I got my coach.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So this is when I stopped being natural.
Oh, you started the hardcore bodybuilding. Gotcha. How did you keep up with all your calories and everything in the other jobs? Because you'd be expending like multitude of calories. Like
it was all over the place. I had no diet. I wasn't doing shit properly until I actually like got the coach. So I still grew a lot doing bullshit basically. So I knew that when I get a coach and I start doing things properly, I was gonna blow up. But at the same time, like I hopped on my first cycle. So you can imagine how I just fucking sprouted.
Damn.
It was insane.
Okay, if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to say dosages or anything, but what was your first cycle? Just test.
Yeah, just
damn. You blew up on an amp. Oh fuck, that's crazy. I'm so curious how much now.
Yeah, just one.
That's insane.
So, yeah, just test. And gradually we're just starting introducing new compounds because you don't take everything all at once.
Yep.
You need to see how your body responds. You know, I was doing it the safe way, the proper way. I never really fucked around with high dosages or anything. Like, I always kept it low. I can't wait to like actually push it. I want to see how big I can get.
Yeah.
Because I like for sure you need to like go to a certain level when you're at the pro stages. Like, you have to push like at those levels. I want to see how freaky I can look with like when I'm there. I can't wait. It's something I really look forward to, honestly.
I do believe that people do kind of have an overperception of like what dosages people use though on the pro stage. I think there are a lot of pros that probably use a fuck ton, but I think it's kind of blown out of the water because everybody wants to believe that people are like, nobody ever wants to believe someone is doing well when it looks like competition, right? Because it doesn't make us feel good. It doesn't. It's never easy to like see someone doing better than you in the same place that you're working and you're putting all your hard work and effort into. It just doesn't feel good. But at the same time, it's easy for us to forget that we're all coming from somewhere totally different. So in the end, like, it really makes no sense for us to compare. But the fact that you blew up, honestly, even looking at your natty pictures, dude, I think you always had some crazy genetic potential because from like 15 up till you, like, before you started your first cycle, that's a lot of mass you gained.
Yeah, no, I grew really fast. Like, I never stopped growing. I never had a moment or a time where I was like, fuck, I'm stuck. Like, I was never stuck. I just kept on growing and growing and growing. But that was just me. That was just because of my consistency. Because most people, when they start hitting the gym and they start eating well, they just, like, they do it right for a few weeks. Then they stop. Then they do it again. Then they stop. Like, I always kept it consistent. That's why I always improved.
I think also the thing that differentiated you from a lot of other people is you fucking ate. Like, you ate and you have to, man. And a lot of people will say like, oh, they're trying. Like, they're trying to eat. Like, what the fuck does that mean? You just eat the fucking food. Dude.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hella hard.
No,
but you did it, right?
Like,
it shows in like just how much mass you gained from 15 to 17, 18. It wasn't even like lean mass. You were just fucking huge. Like, you literally look like you turned from like an endomorph or an ectomorph into an endomorph. From just straight eating for 3 years and training.
Now you're reminding me when I was natural. Like, this is just to see how kind of crazy I was, because you have to be a bit crazy to force feed yourself so much. But I was eating so much, like, I wanted to grow really bad. But the natural way, like, I wanted to stay natural. I never really wanted to hop on gear until I actually reached my genetic potential. But at that time, I wanted to grow really fast. And that was force feeding every day. I wasn't sleeping, so I can get as many meals in as possible. And there was a time I ate like, let's say, it was a lot of pasta. I used to eat a lot of pasta. And let's say it was like 500 grams of pasta raw. I cooked it all at once. I was already full from my last meal. I kept on eating. I was full, but I kept on force feeding. Like, my body did not want it, but I still managed to like keep on going, because I was telling myself, like, if I can't finish this fucking bowl, like, I'm a failure. Like, I'm not enough. I didn't feel enough. So if I didn't eat that bowl, I would have fucking went insane. Like, I cannot fail. Like, that was my mindset. If I can't finish this ball, I won't sleep. So I just kept on going and going and going. We actually managed to finish it. I got really nauseous. Like, my body just wanted to reject everything. I threw up all of it. It was like 1 a.m. in the morning. And I had work the day after. My mom walked into the room. She was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh my God.
And she sees the wall. It was like splattered with vomit.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Because I was, my room is basically, it's the room I have right now. It's a small room. Like, I have a big bed and a mirror, and behind the door, there's just an empty wall. So I closed the door and there's just the wall. So I was force feeding on the bed. I finished it. I threw up, like just to give you an idea of how it was. The wall was covered completely. I don't know how, but all of it was covered. And my mom walked in. She told me, "What the fuck are you doing?" She looked disappointed. It's not normal at all. I remember her, like, she was really worried about me at that point. As always, she's always worried about me because I'm far from fucking normal and I was doing shit like that. But as she was like wiping the fucking vomit at 1 a.m., so she woke up because of all the noise that I made. So to wipe the vomit from the fucking wall, while she was wiping the vomit, I was eating the shit I threw up that was still on the plate.
No way.
This is
Why?
This is insane. I'm insane, man. I'm fucking crazy. You know? That's how I got this big. I'm fucking crazy.
Bro, what the fuck?
So-
Why didn't you just make some more?
I don't know. Like my mindset at that time, if I don't finish this, I'm a failure. So in a way to make up for it, since I threw fucking all of it up, I ate the shit that went on the plate. It's fucking crazy. I mean, like, you have to be a bit crazy to do what I did.
Tell me you don't do that anymore.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I don't force feed anymore because I learned that like you need to keep your sugar levels like
Blood
low.
sugar levels lower.
Yeah, so you can actually absorb the food.
Relatively lower.
Yeah,
Relatively
yeah.
Lower.
You-
We're,
like
we're
you
talking
stay-
bodybuilding levels, so like
Yeah, yeah.
actually below 100 milligrams per deciliter. Yeah.
Yeah, like to just stay insulin sensitive. There's no point in force feeding essentially. So like you need to stay hungry. That's the secret. So now it's a lot easier. But that's how I learned to eat as well. Like all that crazy shit that I did, like all the force feeding and all the throwing up, because I threw up more than once. I remember once I drank an entire liter of milk and I went straight to the gym. So on the way to the gym, I was chugging milk as usual because I drank milk instead of water. And I went straight to the gym and did legs. And I threw up in front of her, like on the leg press. So I was doing my set. I threw up on the leg press. I covered it, the fucking floor. At that time, we broke up.
What?
So I didn't see her for a while. And like you can imagine, like the girl that, like I loved her and like we broke up. I see her at the gym. She sees me fucking throw up on the leg press. The floor is covered as well. I think there's still fucking marks to this day that did not go. And I threw up. I kept on going on my set. I had a few reps left. I threw up mid-set. Like let's say I was on my third rep doing the leg press. I threw up. I kept on going because I'm not gonna stop. I need to finish my set. So 4, 5, 6, 7 reps. I kept on going with the fucking vomit all over me. The leg press is trashed. Like I did stupid and insane shit. Like this is all stupid, man. You don't have. I should have just went home.
Did the gym workers see that?
Yeah, and the guy, his name is Vincenzo. He might be seeing this now, and he remembers this. He came with a fucking what's it called now? Like a mop, and he was wiping my vomit, like mopping my vomit while I was finishing my set.
Oh my god!
No, it's stupid. Like it's insane to think about. I actually did this shit, and like I don't know. I don't know why I did it.
You're here now.
I'm here now. Yeah.
yeah. No, for sure. There's definitely a mental aspect that comes to that from whatever you've experienced previously. Do you?
Yeah.
Can you recall, like this may be very personal, and of course you don't have to answer this, but if you could bring up like a memory or like a couple memories, like what are like the distinct memories that you can think of, maybe that were like painful or maybe potentially traumatic to you that really drove you to have this mindset with bodybuilding?
I'm not going to go into detail because some shit is too crazy to talk about on camera.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I do believe I grew up thinking that I wasn't enough and I needed to be a certain way to feel enough. Like, so some things I took a lot more seriously. Like the eating all that food and just the shit I did at the gym, like the finishing my set. Like I felt like if I didn't do some things, I just wasn't enough, you know, like all the things that happened in the past, it made me feel a certain way, like I'm different, like I need to suffer. Like if I don't suffer, then I'm not doing it right. Like in a way I was punishing myself.
Yep.
And that's what made me do all of this, essentially. Made me get this far.
Yeah. I actually had the same thing for myself when I was a kid. So I started lifting when I was 12, but I had the opposite kind of journey from you, which is one reason why it was harder for me to gain mass. But I started off fat instead of skinny. So instead of building mass, all I wanted to do was get jacked, but I also wanted to be as skinny as possible because people would just call me fat. I would be picked last for scrimmages in sports because I looked so out of weight. So this one day when I couldn't have like pizza, I just like snapped. There was this one day that I just like couldn't get what I wanted, the food that I wanted. And after being called so many names at school and at home by my mom and some other altercations, I decided I was going to just stop eating. So I literally just stopped eating, tried to fast. Every time I would eat a little bit too much, I would just beat myself up and then I would throw up over the toilet.
Yeah.
Do fucking really stupid things. And I think that's what happens when you're like a dude and you're going through puberty and you've got those hormones raging, bro. You just like, nothing's right.
Yeah.
Just everything fucking sucks and everything's so irritating and you just, like, you'll do anything to like progress and make yourself better. So, yeah, at one point was doing the most unhealthy things possible just to gain progress where I wanted to, which is ridiculous because if we had just known better, if we had just better knowledge of what to do, we probably wouldn't have done that shit.
Yeah.
We probably would have been a lot better off now.
Yeah.
But we still did it to see progress. So,
and we did.
we did, right. I lost 40 pounds in the first month.
It's insane.
And looked a lot skinnier, that's for sure, but definitely wasn't healthy, and especially not in my mind. Yeah.
No, I mean, even you, I don't think you regret what you've done. Like, it made you who you are now,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, even me, everything that I did, crazy or not, like, every decision that I've made up until now, I don't regret anything. There's no, regret is the worst thing. Like, I just don't regret what I've done because it's what led to this moment right now. Like, if I did not throw up on the leg press that day, maybe I wouldn't have made it here today. Like, that's how I think right now. So I don't regret anything that I've done.
Right. It sounds crazy, but at the same time, we were kids, and honestly, kids are fucking nuts. If you had because during that time in the gym, I'm sure you spent a lot of time focusing on your training, a lot of hours because you wanted to gain. You just had so much motivation to gain. So if I was a fly on the wall in your gym, what would I be seeing? What would your training look like?
At that time, I never really ego lifted. So I never did 1 rep maxes. I never went too heavy. I always kept it safe. I always did the 8 to 10 rep range. That's my staple. I never really cared about the weight. I just did what felt good. I had a lot of shoulder problems. Like, I couldn't bench. I couldn't do push-ups. So my left delt was fucked up.
How come?
I think I remember now. I was doing shoulder press, like with dumbbells, and I went too heavy. So I wasn't really ego lifting, but I was trying to push myself. And my left delt is just fucking, like, it snapped. I felt something mid-rep. That was my first injury. And I couldn't do push-ups for months.
Fuck.
Or dips, nothing. Like, I just could not push with my left arm.
Yeah.
But now, thank fuck, I feel nothing, nowhere, like nowhere hurts. I think my other injury was my lower back during bent over rows. I was, mid-set, it's always mid-set. Like, it's just fucking, you feel something fucking move. And then after the set, it just doesn't go away. So those, even though they kind of fucked up my progress. I never really stopped or took a break from the gym. I always just avoided the movements that felt bad. Like if my lower back felt like shit, I'm not gonna go deadlift.
Yep.
I just work around it. So that's my way of being consistent as well. And I never really gave up in that sense. Like, let's say if I had really shit shoulders and I didn't progress for months, I knew that in time my shoulder was gonna be okay, and that I can keep going from there.
So you always did 8 to 10 reps, or did you ever change up your rep range and your tempo?
It's always different. I never. In the beginning, always 8 to 10 reps. Then I started doing drop sets, 12 to 15 rep range. Like, you always just have to change it up. Even right now, I never really do the same things, but right now I like the 10 to 12 rep range.
Okay.
As we speak. So if we go to the gym after this, I'm gonna do 10 to 12 reps.
Nice.
Each exercise and set. But I really like drop sets. I think they helped me grow a lot. Like the half repping. Half repping really helped me grow my chest. But it's always the same. Like I always learn new movements, new exercises. In the beginning, I always kept it simple. But now I change it up every workout.
Drop sets are special for sure. Plus, I think going to that like 15 rep range too, when you're doing those drop sets, as you were speaking of, is if you're always focusing on 8 rep sets, like there's not very, very much potential for you to be focusing on the fibers that you would focus on if you were doing, say, 15 to 20 rep sets, right? And that's what most people that lift miss, because everybody wants to lift heavy weights. But the moment you got to go to a 20 to 25 rep set, you don't want nobody to be seeing what weight you're lifting, right? Nobody wants you never fucking want people to see you doing that. But that's what most of these big ass bodybuilders will grow from, is because they also add that in. So having both the 8 and the 20 rep sets makes a huge difference.
You just change it up.
Look, which is another reason why, you don't see powerlifters looking bigger than bodybuilders. They're sticking to those low rep sets, but they're never hitting these slow twitch fibers.
It's really stupid to me when someone's like, they avoid the lighter weights to look good. Like as you said, they avoid higher rep range because of the weight, so they look good, like they're lifting big weights. That's really stupid to me. Because it doesn't.
I think there's a time and place. Like if you want to ego lift, like as long as you know that you're warming up beforehand and you're not going to injure yourself because you're trying whatever, then there's a time and place. But you need to implement the high rep ranges too somewhere. Whereas most of the time, someone who's actually ego lifting for the sake of ego lifting is normally always ego lifting. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Those are the same people that never progress, and then they're like, my knees are fucked, and that's why I have small legs.
That's me.
Yeah,
that's me, bro. My knees are so fucked now. Oh shit.
From what? How did you injure them?
Squatting, and I was that fucking kid, dude. That just I had to ego lift. I had to lift. I wanted to have the most weight on the bar at my college gym. So all throughout high school and everything, I trained my ass off, except I would be eating at a calorie deficit because I only cared about being shredded. So I wouldn't have enough energy to push, but I'd be doing the same thing constantly. So I'd fatigue myself and still try to hit PRs, which you'd be wondering, like, that's not proper programming because you're going to need to deload somewhere there. And so in college, I would always put like 3 plates on the squat rack or more, which was the most I could do. And then on bench press, I would never exceed 8 reps. I would always go to 8 reps. Sometimes I do 6, sometimes I do 5, just because I wanted to hit PRs. And this one time when I was in college, I was going for like a 2 rep PR, came down, bounced a little bit off my shoulder, and then I heard a snap in my shoulder. Kind of like you. And ended up with some hardcore shoulder impingement. Let that recover, rest, went back, did another PR and bench, and then I heard a snap in my other shoulder.
Fuck.
And then I got the snaps on both of those shoulders 2 to 3 more times in the last 6 to 8 years. So I've had shoulder impingement in both shoulders multiple times in the last several years. So that's why I don't bench press at all anymore, which sucks because you look back at yourself and you're like, fuck, if I was just being conscious.
No, I was lucky. As in, I've had several moments where could have had an injury that just fucks me over completely. But in a way, I think destiny saved my ass. Because I did a lot of stupid shit. Like even this, when I broke the fucking door glass. Like I hit an artery, blood was spraying. It could have went a lot worse. I could have gotten like an infection. My arm gets fucking cut off or something. You know, like this is not. It's serious. It's serious shit. But going back to benching, I think actually that was the only thing that I ego lifted in, like starting in the gym. I always try to do. I think I did like 3 rep maxes on. I never did 1 rep because that was too risky for me. So I just did 2 more reps. So I was going a bit too heavy. When I actually started using lighter weights and dumbbells, that's when my chest really grew, because it was a weak point. It was very flat. I have really wide insertions, so it was always hard to fill out. When I actually started doing high reps and just holds, like isometric holds, and just focusing on feeling the contraction on the muscle, that's when I actually blew up. And I don't need heavy weights even now. I barely lift heavy. I just focus on feeling the muscle, and I keep on progressing. And obviously, as you keep on progressing, like you're gonna get stronger while you're doing that. Even though you're not lifting heavier weights, you're still gonna get stronger. So, and then like without planning on it, you lift heavier because it just doesn't feel. It feels too easy at a certain point. So you need to increase the weight. But I never really cared about the weight. I never looked at numbers. I never had goals like I want to do 140 kilo by the end of this year, for example. I never had things like that. I just kept on going to the gym consistently and doing what feels good. And now, for me, the way to go is like warming up really well. I like doing the first set kind of heavy, and then I increase the reps on the second set. And the third set, I increase the reps again, and maybe end that exercise with a drop set. Like I really like that setup, but I always change it up. It's never the same.
I think that's the smartest way to go about it. If your goal is bodybuilding, it's definitely the safest way too. Plus, a lot of us don't warm up enough, anyways, as it is. So,
well, warming up, I don't know why people don't warm up. Like, I've had workouts where I wasn't warmed up and it feels like shit. Like, I don't get how it's possible not to. Because even getting into a workout, I like starting slow. Like, I take my time. I don't go instantly to the heavy weights. Like, I want to grab the fucking 5 kilo dumbbells first, man, and I'll just do a bit of this till the pre-workout
it feels
hits.
so much better.
Yeah,
it feels so much better.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there are a lot of people that just feel like they don't have enough time for the gym. We're one of those lucky souls that like we really look forward to it. You know what I mean? But there's so many people out there just they feel like the reason that they can't reach their goals is simply because they don't have the time to go. And I think that can be easily mentally overcome because we can make time for anything that we prioritize. You know, any great goals that we pursue, but some people just have a lot of things on their hands. Some people are creating families and their priority is their family or their new baby. Some people have, 12-hour work days. So then just gym is out of the question. So imagine having another 30-minute warm up like before your leg day, which honestly, I personally think someone should warm up like near 30 minutes before the
even 30 minutes. I think like even just 2 to 3 sets. So how much is that? 10 minutes? Like that's enough to warm up for me. And then
I think it's enough, but at least for me, I've noticed that as I grow older and as some other people grow older, you start being a lot more susceptible to injuries if you don't warm up longer. Like especially if you're preparing for like say a 5-rep, 3-rep max or some sort, then you probably want to do like max power jumps. You probably want to do a little bit of like walking cardio or a little bit of kind of like fast movements prior to the exercise. Then you want to do your dynamic stretches as well. Maybe you want to warm up your hamstrings a little bit. Then you want to start warming up on the barbell. And then this stuff does stack up. But
that's
if you
why
do all of that, then you can probably significantly reduce your chances of getting injured.
That's why I like training higher rep ranges as well, because you warm up like the entire workout. You're not going too heavy, you're not going too light. But if each set is 12 to 15 reps, that's already enough blood flow, you know, like.
Yeah.
So you're warming up as you go, and you're still finishing the workout. Like you're getting your sets in, and I think that's the best way to not get injured, like that 12 to 15 rep range. So people who don't have time, like for the gym, I think that's the way to go.
If you feel like any of the medications that we spoke about today may benefit you, such as BPC 157, GH secretagogues such as tesamorelin, IGF-1, oxandrolone trochet, semaglutide, then you can obtain these from Transcend HRT, and the link for that will be in the bio. If you feel like you're experiencing symptoms of low testosterone, such as depression, anxiety, lack of motivation, as well as lack of sex drive, then you can get this checked out as well by getting your blood work done at Transcend, and they will provide you expert medical analysis. Transcend HRT has worked with many professional bodybuilders and pro athletes, such as Thor Bjornsson, Phil Heath, and Jeremy Buendia. And if you feel like this podcast has any relevancy to you, I do believe that this clinic will provide of great benefit to you as well. So if you're talking to a 13-year-old, what would you tell him in order for him to grow big like you by the age of 20? Except for take steroids.
Just keep going, keep trying. Like, don't give up, because people are gonna talk shit. No one's gonna believe in you until you've actually made it. But eat a lot of food, eat good food. Try to avoid all the unnecessary bullshit like fast foods, or like you can eat out. I'm eating out right now, but try to avoid that because it becomes a habit. And start doing cardio. Cardio is really important, even though I'm skipping it right now.
Why is cardio important?
Just heart health, and like without cardio, I feel like shit. Even my blood pressure, it fucking skyrockets when I don't do cardio. And I get a really watery look, like I just bloat up. I get a moon face. I think it's just the steroids things.
This is why I argue that being on steroids or being a hardcore bodybuilder is harder than being natural, unless you're comparing just getting to the same size. But if you're not comparing getting to the same size and strength, you're just talking about which one's harder, like competitive natural bodybuilding or competitive enhanced bodybuilding. For sure, enhanced bodybuilding versus other enhanced bodybuilders is the hardest, versus natty bodybuilders.
No, for sure.
Bodybuilders.
Like being unnatural, you have to push your body and mental game. Like mentally and physically, you're gonna push a lot harder than you would naturally. Like,
but I also think of just like everything that like what Sebum and Ramon have to do, just all the health markers that they have to monitor, all the tests that they need to do to make sure that they're healthy, all the extra precautions like eating extra healthy in order for them to overcompensate for the health repercussions of what they're taking. You know, doing the extra cardio, not because you're just trying to burn calories, especially in the off season, but doing cardio in your off season because of your heart and your blood pressure too. You know, it's just like so much extra stuff that you got to do on top. Not to mention like the whole programming of taking compounds in the first place. So
no, nothing about it is healthy. So, like, if you're 13, don't take steroids. Even though there's fucking kids right now, like, they're hopping on gear. The first thing they do when they get into the gym, they don't take whey protein now. Like, it's a meme. They fucking hop on gear immediately. Like, especially because of TikTok and social media. Because, like, you see all of the young guys taking gear, me being one of them. But, like, I'm never pushing gear or telling people to take steroids. I'm just doing what I think is right for me. Like, this is my decision. You don't have to copy me. You're not going to do what I do, or you did not experience what I did. I'm doing what I'm doing right now because I think it's the only way that I can actually feel happy, you know? Like, this is what I want. That's why I started gear so early. I don't see myself starting steroids at fucking 25. Like, for me, if you're going to start gear, like, it has to be at a later age, over 30, for example, and if you're not going to compete, there's no point in even taking steroids. I'm doing this because I want to compete and I want to get as big as possible. Obviously, I'm going to try to stay healthy, like that's the goal. But I don't... what's the word? They fucking tell me in the comments of my reels, they're like... Fuck, wait. Xie jgħidu, man. Meta jgħidu li... Iżda qed tgħid lin-nies biex jieħdu l-steroids.
Enforce?
Promoting it.
You don't want to enforce it?
What?
You don't want to
Encourage.
encourage it?
Because on my reels, they're like, you're encouraging people to take gear. Where? Like I'm
What, just because you look like it?
yeah. Just because I'm big and I'm 20, and I admit to taking gear. They're like, okay, you're telling people to take steroids. Like, why are you doing that? I'm not saying take steroids. I'm doing what I love. And the biggest 20-year-old, like, even though it's a meme at this point, like, it is true. Like, I haven't seen anyone like me at 20 years old. That's why I'm pushing it on my reels, and because it gets engagement as well. But being 13 years old, like, just focus on your shit. Everyone has different goals. And if you ever think about competing, if you're gonna start steroids, never do it alone. Like, always get a coach, and get a coach that cares about you and your health, and just keep, like, blood work, like, do everything right. And even if you do everything right, there are still risks. So like, as you said on the
Right,
last
Vigorous
podcast,
Steve.
yeah.
Vigorous Steve was saying the same thing as you, is get a coach immediately. Like, if you start this, just get a coach.
Yeah.
Because there's always something you can learn from them.
Exactly,
Otherwise,
exactly.
you need years and years of experience. And he says he only knows what he knows because he has 15 to 20 years of research of experience.
No,
You know?
it's very complicated.
And then
like,
he also said that like you were asking me something about what did you say mention about the last podcast that
that you talked about Joe, like Joe Statics.
oh right, yeah. So in the last podcast we mentioned Joe Statics, and we also mentioned the Mountain Dog, and a few other people, basically saying that you can do everything right like they did and have the knowledge, but you can still get hurt. And he says that we do have safety ropes in bodybuilding. People kind of undermine the fact that, like, we have safety ropes. We can come out of this living if we do it correctly. And we can literally minimize the risk significantly. But the reason these people passed away is they had prior genetic dispositions to some reasons for their death.
Yeah.
So, the Mountain Dog's dad died before he even did, like, at a younger age. And then Joe Statics' aunt had an aneurysm at one age as well. So he was very, very likely going to have that aneurysm at some point in his life. Did he accelerate it? We don't know. Potentially, possibly.
Yeah.
But do you know if you have any, like, genetic predispositions?
From my knowledge, no.
Okay.
From my knowledge, but you don't know. Like, you never know. That's the scary part.
Well, that's why it's smart to do, like, genetic testing, I think, and then research, and then also look around in your family and ask them. But if you do all of that and you find out that you don't have anything, then you could probably try bodybuilding. But what Vigor Steve said is that if you know that you have something like that, then bodybuilding probably isn't for you.
Yeah,
it's probably smart not to go into it at all.
No. In general, bodybuilding isn't even, like, I think it's the hardest sport mentally. I don't know why people would decide to go for it unless they actually have potential and they can actually make money off of it. Because some people compete their entire life, but they spend all their money on bodybuilding. I'm only doing this because I actually believe, like, I can make a living off of it. You know, like, this is why I started. Like, I don't want to go to school. I don't want to study for this or that or this. Like, I know I have the genetics. I know I have the mindset. Like, I'm all in, you know. Like,
if you don't mind me asking, how are you able to afford your cycles?
it's funny. I don't.
Oh, thanks.
No, I'm always broke. I never have any money. Like, I can never walk into a shop and buy something which is not related to the gym. Like, I can barely afford supplements. I can barely afford this and this. I never have any money because it all goes into steroids and food. But that's the life I chose. That's the contract that I signed.
Yeah, right.
You know, but it's paying off. Like,
Nice.
I don't regret anything, even though it's shit having no money all the time. But I'm seeing the results. I'm gonna keep going.
Do you buy creatine at least?
Yes.
Well, creatine's pretty cheap. Do you ever feel like there's some compounds that you just can't afford, or is there any like, is there a limit to things? Like, if you don't mind me asking this too, like, do you potentially like, do you try to use GH?
Yeah. GH, but
does that get pretty expensive?
yes, it's very expensive. It's you don't really need GH, essentially, but at a certain point, like if you really wanna, from my experience, like I respond really well to GH, but most people they don't have the same result or experience as me. So
Yeah, everyone's so different.
but since it's working, like why stop? You know?
Right. Okay. Is that so? In terms of like cycles and compounds, though, that's probably something that's just a little bit hard for you to like try to manage in terms of like your monetary, like your funds.
Yeah,
managing.
if I didn't take GH, I think I would have more space financially. But so it is the most expensive part.
Is there any like health precautions that your coach is having you do, or any ancillaries that he's having you take?
Right now, I don't have a coach, so
Oh, you're not with him anymore?
no.
How come?
We had kind of he's weird. He's a weird guy.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, basically, he doesn't want to coach me anymore.
Oh,
So I'm working on getting a new one.
I see.
I'm already talking to a guy who's really cool. But in terms of knowledge, like, again, I'm only 20 years old. I'm still discovering shit. I started gear way too early. But it's my decision, so I just went for it. And I'm still doing things like I'm not pushing dosages or anything. I'm being safe. But in terms of knowledge, I'm quite stupid. Like, you know, I'm still learning. So I try to research myself at times, but it's better to have a coach. When you have a coach,
It is, because then you learn so much, and then you could do the research on top of that, and then also double check your work.
yeah.
So, did he have you take any ancillaries when you were with him, or any health precautions? I know you were saying that you get your blood work done.
No, it's blood work mainly. Blood work.
So, like, do you ever take things like astragalus root or citrus bergamot or anything like that?
No, I don't even know what those are.
Okay. I mean, at the same time, it would probably be. I'm not sure if you'd be able to afford it with all the stuff you've got going on already anyways.
Probably
But
not, no.
but if you do find like your cholesterol's raising and you need help like lowering it, citrus bergamot is a great over-the-counter supplement. You can get this from Amazon, or you can get that from either Huge or maybe not Raw, whatever their sister company is. And then astragalus is good for your kidneys. So if you ever find any issues with your kidneys or anything like that through your blood work or your doctor, then astragalus is a potentially helpful over-the-counter supplement for that too.
So far, I didn't really need to introduce anything. Like, my blood work is always good because, again, I never pushed dosages. So it's always like, my blood work is always good in general. We'd never needed to introduce anything to like keep everything in check, essentially.
Yeah, dude, you're definitely a genetic phenom for sure. That's awesome, man. Great response to PEDs, and also like good response with your blood work too. Yeah.
No pimples. Like if I get pimples, it's from shaving like with the blade, and I sweat a lot. That's when I get pimples. But in general, I barely get any side effects. Never.
I get fucking pimples from shaving too. It's so annoying. What are your thoughts on steroids and PEDs in the industry, like in the fitness industry?
I think it's something you have to do, as in, if you want to get to
For bodybuilding.
Yeah, in bodybuilding, but they do it in all sports. But in bodybuilding, especially, you just cannot look like because right now you need to be a freak to actually get to the pro stages and you know, like, do really good. And to be a freak, you have to go over your genetic limit. Like, you can't. There's a limit to how much muscle you can build in a natural way, you know, obviously. And to exceed that and to keep up with the competition right now, and people pushing dosages and just everyone's being a fucking monster. Like, it's just the game now.
Everyone is a monster, bro. Everyone's a monster.
Everyone.
You're trying to compete with Sam Sulek on stage?
Insane. He's insane. Fucking monster. Yeah. No, I'm not bigger than Sam Sulek. Fucking monster. But I do think I have better potential in terms of size. I think I'll be a lot bigger than him. But right now, he's a fucking like dinosaur, man.
He's a dinosaur.
Insane. He's absolutely insane.
That's very humble of you, man. That's
No,
very
no,
humble of
like
you.
on my reels and the fucking shit I post, because I do it on purpose. Like, am I bigger than Sam Sulek? Because they go wild, man. They glaze him.
Yeah,
like
they do glaze him.
he's a fucking god at this point, you know.
yeah.
He blew up on YouTube as well. He's like 2 million subs
Yeah.
or 3.
Yeah.
He just keeps on growing now because people keep on glazing him, pushing the engagement. So, like, no, I'm not bigger than him. I can be bigger.
What do you think?
I think right now, man, they're gonna hate me. I think right now you kind of look a little bigger.
Wait, so you've seen him? You've met him?
No, I haven't met him.
Oh, okay.
No. Actually, I can't really say this because
Yeah, exactly.
No, well, I guess if you're accounting for height, then I guess not.
No.
No, but when I just see like proportion wise, you're just a lot more full right now. Then again, it could be just because he's leaner right now, so maybe he's not as full. But that's just my perspective. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to tell.
No.
Yeah,
His back is insane.
his back is crazy.
No, his
back's
back,
fucking crazy.
like, it shuts me down completely. If we get like a side-by-side shot, he would kill me, like back shots. But I think from the front, I look a lot better, more aesthetic. As in, if I actually pump up and I get a full chest and full delts, like, I think I would look really good next to him. But no, he's insane. No, he's way bigger.
What do you think about Ramon Dino?
I love him.
I love Ramon, dude.
He's cool. He's cool as fuck.
Yeah, what everybody does with Sam Sulek, I do with Ramon. I gotta admit it. That's like my goal physique. I'm not gonna lie. I have his picture as my wallpaper on my phone. Every time I unlock it, I'm just like, that's what I'm gonna have someday.
No, he's really cool. He's really cool. What's he-bum? He's unbeatable.
I just wish they could have like some kind of like femur breaking surgery, but for like hip, so I could just get a waist as small as Ramon. Just break all my bones so I could look like this dude.
I love his forearms because I think he does
Makes no
calisthenics.
sense. Yeah,
I think he can
used
even
to.
do a human flag. Like, at his weight,
still.
he can still do a human flag.
Fuck.
I saw a video on it for sure.
That's crazy, bro. I wanted those forearms so bad. Dude, I shook his hand at Olympia and I couldn't even wrap my hand around it. That was how big his fucking hand was. It was crazy.
No, he's insane.
Maybe I should just start injecting like GH into my fingers. See if that works. So, out of like the last 20 years of your career and everything, you haven't even turned fucking drinking age yet and shit, which is crazy to me. But what would you say that is the biggest lesson that you've learned?
Not to rush things. Not to make rash decisions. Because sometimes you feel like you need to make a decision as fast as possible, but in reality you have all the time in the world to decide. But yeah, just like take your time when you need to make a really important decision. There's no need to rush it. Never. And that is something I'm still struggling to get used to, because I'm very impatient. I'm a very impatient guy, especially right now because I'm broke all the time and I'm working like a full-time job. And I feel like shit all the time because I'm always eating and everything feels like shit just to look like a fucking ball of
I
muscle.
get it, bro. I fucking hate it. My coach doesn't like it, but I have to skip a meal around my podcast time, or else I won't be able to podcast. Head will just literally be in the clouds.
Yeah.
But that's a great lesson, because honestly, I think a lot of people your age skip over that, and I think that's something that people come as a conclusion when they're a lot older. So, wise words, bro. And then this is a question that I ask at the end of every podcast, but if you were to die tomorrow and you had one message that you could broadcast to the world, what would you say?
One message. If I had to die tomorrow. So this is like to the entire world, or just like my family, everyone?
Everyone, but you could probably send something to your family too.
Let's keep it at everyone. Like your actual question. I think I would just say to be positive. Like, 'cause there's too much negativity right now everywhere. There's too much. I think we just need to change how we think and how we look at some things, and we can avoid a lot of problems if we do that. That's my take on this as a 20-year-old.
I love that, bro. Thank you, man. Thanks for coming on the podcast, bro. That was
Thank you
epic.
for having me.
Yeah, Svein, where can everybody find you?
What?
Where can everybody find you?
On Instagram on Genet1cAnomaly, so GENET1C Anomaly. And I'm trying to push my YouTube as well right now, so I'm starting YouTube. But I hate my accent and my voice.
No, dude, your accent is sick. I'm sure. I promise. People like it.
Okay, thank you.
I like it. Yeah.
Just those that I'm gonna hop on Snapchat as well. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Right now my team is Bulletproof Culture. He's the guy, Adam, the guy supporting me. And he's the guy who helped me get this far. Yeah, thank you for having me. This is my first podcast. I don't know how I did. I hope I did well. I hope I don't look fucking stupid. But yeah, it's crazy to finally meet you. Because again, like, I'm a big fan of yours and I've been watching you for a while now. And I've looked up to you. We're the same height. I think that's cool. This is a dream. This is insane. Like, I struggle to believe that I'm actually here right now, or how I'm even able to talk, because I was a very insecure person, and if I talk to this like to myself 3 years like from now, no, like 3 years before from now, I wouldn't be able to do this. So I'm glad I actually have the balls to get on a podcast and talk. Finally.
Well, glad you came on, man, honestly. And I'm proud of you too. So I'm excited to see your journey. I think you're going to do a lot of amazing things.
Thank you.
So everybody, thanks again for listening to the podcast. If you guys would like to support, best non-cost way is to support us by rating us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere you find a podcast. And then finally subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then fucking Genet1cAnomaly. Follow this guy. He's literally an anomaly. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace.